Hey everyone, I'm glad you found my channel. It's very new. Please like and subscribe so this video doesn't dissolve into obscurity. Today I'd like to show y'all how I get a nice, tight, and natural looking flagstone joint. This method is what I use when I'm meeting one part of a paver stone to another. When I'm trying to meet a very complicated face or multiple stones at once, I use a different method, and I'll have to make a different video about that soon. But here, for this method, we place the two stones as close to each other as possible. And then you want to find where the gap is largest and measure that. Here it was about 2 1/4 inches. And then using your tape or square, you want to scribe a line at exactly that distance, following the natural curves of one of your stones. Generally, one of the stones is already set, and you'd be scribing a line onto the new stone that is not set yet. If you were to try to shape the stone that is already set in the ground to meet the new stone, you'd be risking altering the bed of that stone, making it wobble. Here you can see me just moving the stone to give myself more room to work. And here you can see me using an angle grinder to cut a few inches of my line at the far ends of the stone. This is to prevent unwanted breaks in the stone while I'm chiseling. I also like to pack underneath the part of the stone that I'm going to be shaping to further protect from unwanted breaks in the stone. And once I'm done with this, I can proceed to chisel along my line. It's true, you could cut the whole line with the angle grinder or a demo saw if you really wanted to, but personally I like to have a natural edge to my stones, so I'd have to go back and chisel along the line again afterwards anyway. And really, once you spend some time cutting stone with a saw, you'll realize the less time you spend doing so, the better. Once this is done, it's time for a test fit. Rarely is anything done perfectly the first time. Usually, after going through this process, I'll have to make a couple quick adjustments with the chisel or even a saw, and then after that, if I'm lucky, it's all good to go. A few things to note when joining pavers this way. I find it best to use a 1/4 to a 1/2 inch joint between your stones, which leaves enough room to get your mortar or poly sand all the way in there. Smaller than a 1/4 inch is just pretty tight, and it doesn't leave much room for flexing with temperature or moisture or anything like that. Bigger than a 1/2 inch? I mean, are you even trying? No, just kidding. I see a lot of people throwing flagstones in the ground with ugly saw cuts all over the place, unnaturalized saw cuts, not taking any time to really fit the pieces together well, and then they'll be touching each other in some places and 5 inches apart in other places, and it looks like a weird, gross beehive or something like that. And personally, I don't like it, and I see a lot of that. This here is a good example of how I like to fit my flagstones. I hope that you enjoyed this video. There will be more to come. Comment and let me know what you think. If you watched this far, I appreciate you. Thanks.